On tonight's episode,
the Eastern, it was
Second
called
half
second
category.
half categories.
Yeah, a terrible
Yeah.
name.
Terrible name, was corny. I came up with the idea, at least, to say, call it Eastern Western Hemisphere, because obviously the second half categories in New York. I mean, obviously 97, Tony Vegas and Renegade from England flew in from England to do it. And I thought we obviously want to get the best of the world to battle each other. So of course there needs to be a battle somewhere in Europe or in Asia or somewhere at that realm where people have a, better chance of competing and getting to the battle. So, and just to kind of make it obvious that we're going international, you know what I mean? So, the second half category battles. It was awesome. It was basically us coming to New York. I mean, we spent every year last week of July in within that time for the Roxy anniversary, because Alex and me were both involved in all the events from Thursday through Sunday with stage managing and working, artists and whatever. But this time, was for us, for ITF being the first time officially in New York. 96 was, if you want to put it that way, an unofficial battle. 97 was a really official championship. And it was crazy to realize at that point when I got to the venue and how big we actually were at that time, or how big we have gotten. And I just don't mean big, I mean just how warm and well received we were in the hip hop world, man. I mean, I went to the venue, great venue, the Roxy. It's a legendary venue. At some point walked outside after soundcheck. There was a line around the block. It was crazy. You told me you were there.
Yeah, I stood in that line. Yeah.
You stood in that line. And man, there was like not even just, of course, all the DJs were there, of course, the executioners were there. There was nobody from the West Coast really, but dude, Freddie Fox was there. He hung out with us. Honda, of course, was there. Fruit Quan and Too Poetic, rest in peace, from the Gravediggers were there. They came up to me and said like, yo, man, we want to check out this DJ battle. Tony Vegas came with his girlfriend. His girlfriend was good friends with Claire Danes, the actress.
Wow,
Juliet.
Yeah.
Tony Prince was there. I saw Tony Prince sitting in the backstage. Backstage was right next to the stage. It wasn't in a separate room. It was basically open, but just a separate spot next to the stage. And I asked the security guy, I'm like, dude, who let this guy in here? He's not accredited to be in here. And he said, yeah, man, he knows the owner, and the owner told me to let him in. I'm like, okay, whatever. And I walked over, I said hi to Tony, Tony was there. And it was great. And the battle, I was excited that we had, two kids from England fly in, which was huge for us, And I think we had 7 contestants in the scratching battle. It's supposed to be 6. But I think we made it 7 because we were basically already picked the contestants, and then a second guy. I think Renegade was the last one to announce that he was coming also too. And I was like, dude, I can't say no. I mean, the kid has really saved his money to come to New York for a day to compete. And I'm like, dude, of course, Doughboy was there. Doughboy was just classic Doughboy. If you know and seen his routines, he was technically really, really good. He was, I think, within that time a little, to be quite honest, I think he was very Q-Bird heavy, kind of, in a sense, I think. But again, and another thing about this battle, what I thought was really, really incredible, if you watch Craze's set was cool, but it wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't special.
It wasn't really special, and he knows that too, But what really impressed me that from all the people I've seen back then, you know, dude, it's crazy what kind of leap Craze made from 97 to 98. It's just plain crazy to me, you know. Just this whole, just the structure of his routines, you know, just the structure itself and how he flipped the things, how he did it just in his whole, he always had his own style, but it's kind of like any routine you watch from Craze from 98, you close your eyes and you know it's Craze. You know what I mean? Just by the way he structured his routines. He always did, like, you know, in the 98 finals, world finals, he did like sort of like a drum and bass thing where, you know, super creative, but technically just crazy superb. And if you watch his 98 routine and not watch his 97 routine, come on, dude, that's like much respect to the guy, you know. And I always liked him, and always, you know, fell to a couple battles in the past where he got robbed, you know. And I think I said this before, you know, I was really stoked in 98 that we were there to watch him live at our battle start his killing spree, but we'll talk about that some other time. But you know, his routine was dope. I guess he got second and Doughboy got third, and I think that's about right. I think Doughboy could have got second too. Even just things what you realize when you see these battles, and that's, of course, is something like you practice in your bedroom all day. You know, you go onto the stage, and at Craze's routine, you can tell his scratching is way too loud compared to the beat he was scratching to. And that can, you maybe don't realize that when you're on stage, but that can just mess up your whole. You don't even know it, but it just doesn't. It doesn't
sound good. Yeah.
Break it down like this.
A lot of flaring going on, of course, you know. Everybody was flaring the butts off. A lot of fade scratches.
Yeah,
you know,
a lot of echo fade.
Echo fade, beat off, bring it back. I mean, I talked to Tony Vegas on the phone a couple of times before the battle. That's how I got to meet him over the phone, and very confident fella, you know, very, very cool dude, you know, but he was obviously, I kind of felt like, okay, this is kind of like a polarizing, you know, soon to be turntablist superstar, just because he had this whole, you know, he was British, he was really good. He brought like something to the table that we haven't really in that combination seen before. But what Tony did, what I personally, I mean, dude, at that time, I watched a lot of battles worldwide. I watched a lot of tapes. You know, crabbing was just the new new shit, you know?
Yeah, everyone was doing that.
But you have the Qbert when he did the Rock the Bells, you know, you know, but Tony Vegas is like,
you
know what I'm saying? Like without a break, it's like, dude, an emotion that I personally have never seen before, you know? And he did it really clean. He did it with the up and downs, and he, you know, he brought the whole up and down fader thing to it, into it. And the way his demeanor, the way he, you know, did his thing was really impressive. And dude, after this battle, I thought to myself, like, dude, Babu against Tony Vegas is going to be the battle of the year.